So when I create standard 5 class, it asks me to add my student and teachers inside this class. So I can add my student and teacher directly here. So for example, let's say I'm going to add 3-4 students here. So I am adding these students because my admin or the Microsoft guy has already created their login IDs. Teacher don't need to create any login IDs. Your school's admin or the Microsoft people can support you to create IDs. You don't need to do that. You can simply add your students directly. So it is similar way that you don't need to take care of the admission process. After your student get enrolled, then your job starts. So same way, the backend process has been handled by your admin as well as Microsoft people. You just need to directly add your students in this. Also, you can add your co-teachers. So let's say I have one co-teacher. So I am going to add Nitin as my co-teacher. So after adding student and teacher, I can simply click on close button. So I have added student and teachers, and then I'm going to click on close button. So as soon as I click on close button, my class standard 5 means my online classroom of standard 5th is ready for me. I can see the welcome message here, and one channel is available for me. This channel is nothing but your virtual room actually. So the general channel is your virtual room. You can add more channels or more virtual rooms depending on the topic you want to teach, depending on the activity you want to conduct, or the subject you want to teach. So for that, if I want to add a virtual room to support my subject wise teacher, let's say in this standard 5 there are 5-6 teachers who teach different subjects. So in this scenario, what I can do, I can give them a separate room to teach their subjects without disturbing other teachers. So for that, what I can do, simply I can click on these 3 dots which are right against the name of my class. So you can see standard 5th and there is 3 dots. You can click on the 3 dot and select add channel option. So this add channel allows you to add a channel that is nothing but a virtual room for activities or subject. So I am going to add a channel and let's say name it as a science room where science related post, science related activities I am going to post. Same way, we can keep on adding remaining subject also to give them their room. So I have added science, maths, let's say English, read about World War I. We are going to discuss it in next lecture, let's say, and post it. So all my student can receive it, reply on it, yes ma'am, yes sir, whatever like that. And as a history teacher has submitted some instructions or something in her room, it does not disturb other teachers. You can see science, there is nothing. So science teacher, maths teacher or English teacher need not bother about it, what going on in other virtual rooms. So within a single class, you can create different rooms and related teacher can only post there. So it becomes very easy to communicate with the same set of students in same class. So it becomes very easy to communicate even if there are 10 or 20 teachers in a given. To make a appealing post, sometimes it happens that I am posting something on the daily basis. But one good day there is a huge announcement. Let's say our school has won a competition at the state level, let's say. So this is a huge announcement. I want to make it very much attractive and appealing that my students should see, easily spot it, easily read it. So in that case, there is a button is available. You can see at the bottom. This is nothing but a format button that allow you to format your posts so that it becomes more appealing, more attractive, easily spottable. We can use stickers to make your post more engaging, attractive. So along with the stanza, rhymes, stories and poem or any definite, read these files, but only teachers can edit. So that means if you want to make a default permission that your student should not be able to edit or delete your files, so you can put all give or any worksheet that your student can download and complete it at their home. So this is how you can utilize post. The second tab available is files tab. And let's go back to the post. So in this post, your student can always reply back to you. If they are having doubt, they can post question, or even they can agree with you, yes ma'am, yes sir, like that. They can always reply you. Even they can share reactions. And there is one class material folder which is created by the system. You don't need to create this class material folder. By default, system create this, and system give permission. Your student should not be able to edit or delete your files. So you can put all those files and folder inside class material. So you need not worry about what student can do. They can only read it. They can't delete or edit it. So that's why the system generated folder, that is class material, you have to use it maximum time if you are sharing important notes and lesson plans with the students. So now our file class notebook is ready. Very first time, as it has created new file, so it takes 5 to 10 seconds to create it, but after that you can easily access it. So now as I have created a file, I can see a welcome message, and also I can see it is giving me little bit information about what you can do in class notebook. So there is student notebooks available for me. That means if I have 40 students, let's say in my class, so all those 40 students receives a digital notebook where they can take notes digitally, they can complete worksheets digitally, and as a teacher you can visit their notebooks and review and check their notebooks, what students are doing there. Apart from the student notebooks, there is a content library available for teachers. This content library allow teacher to create their notes digitally directly in this notebook so that their student can access, read it or maybe listen to it. So any such notes that you want to share daily basis, you can share it through content library as well. Third is collaboration space. Collaboration space is a space where you can conduct activity simultaneously together with your student. For example, the best example for collaboration space is creating mind maps. So you can give them any topic or any one word and ask your student that today we are going to create a mind map related to this word or given topic. So each of your student can write one sentence, one word about the given topic, and at the end of the activity you can create a good mind map. As everyone has given at least one word, you can arrange it. So as a teacher, your work is to just monitor them and finally arrange it. As the students receives, as we are doing it very first time, so it takes 5 to 10 seconds to create a new class notebook. Where they can take notes digitally, they can complete worksheets digitally. And as a teacher, you can visit their notebooks and review and check their notebooks, what students are doing there. Apart from the student notebooks, there is a content library available for teachers. This content library allow teacher to create their notes digitally directly in this notebook so that their student can access, read it, or maybe listen to it. So any such notes that you want to share daily basis, you can share it through content library as well. Third is collaboration space. Collaboration space is a space where you can conduct activity simultaneously together with your student. For example, the best example for collaboration, very simple activities where we can encourage our student, such as I can give them a 10 as a digit and ask them to give me answer by adding 2 digits how we can get 10 as a sum. So student can start adding 2 plus 8 because only the teachers, co-teachers, all the subject
बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, पता नहीं क्या
अच्छा बना दो, बता दे।
अरे यार आप जब आप नहीं करा दे कैसे अच्छा बना दो। वो चली गई फोन में बात करने, इधर आओ काव्या, इधर आओ। इधर आओ, तुम बात कर लो फोन में, मैं करती हूँ ना। ये
करो जैसा दीदी बता रहे हैं।
मम्मा ये क्या गंदा कर,
नहीं गंदा नहीं हुआ, अच्छा बनाओ उसको, अच्छा हो जाएगा।
मैं हूँ ना, बैठी हूँ यहाँ पे, करो ही नहीं कुछ कैसे, तुम तोड़ दो सब। इधर नहीं, नीचे बैठ के करो, खराब हो गए। इधर आओ।
अच्छा छोटे छोटे फ्लावर्स बनाओ।
can use audio because dictate tool does not, right now it is not supporting any Indian language. It supports English as well as other international language. So let's say I am going to add here by clicking on this plus section button. So this plus section button allow me to add a new section such as sectional. So let's say I am going to add another section such as math. And then there are students. So we have added 4 students, Sachin, Gautam, Virender, Yuvraj. So I can see their copies also. So this digital notebook is of student. You can add n number of pages depending on your topics, subtopics, chapters. So after photosynthesis, I may want to add a text, or maybe from web browser they can search about that topic and copy paste. But if so, it supports English language and all the international language such as French, German, all.
हो गया.
Add visuals. There is an option in insert to add pictures. And without leaving this file, I can search my pictures and add my pictures. So there is an option from online, which is a whitelisted content, because considering privacy and security of the student, do not uncheck it. Always keep it checked so that you can freely use all the images that are there in search box. So after adding an image, what else the teacher can do? So I have added a text. I am supporting the text using image, visuals. Now the next thing the teacher can do is he or she can record her. So once you finish recording, you just need to click on stop button. So this file. So whatever I am speaking right now, it is my file recording it. And you can see there is one small status circular button. Click on it and I can play. Even my student can click on it and play. The next thing is that if I already have some class materials available, so I don't need to create like this. I have worksheets ready, I have my lesson plans, my notes ready. How else I can express myself? How I can do something so that my student can understand it? So there is a draw facility available. You can directly annotate something on the given file. So I can start drawing something. So as we are on photosynthesis page, I will try to draw the same photosynthesis concept using this draw so that my student can understand it better. So let's say I'm going to select a green color and try to draw a tree here. Then there is a sun. Because of the sun heat, sun rays, or that energy to release oxygen into environment, consume carbon dioxide from the environment. And what they produce food. So tree, there is a soil. And the leaf has chlorophylls, so they use same photosynthesis. So these water and the nutrients are absorbed by the roots of tree. So while creating their food, what they do release oxygen into environment. And the leaf has chlorophylls, so they use sunlight and other things to create their own food. So while creating their food, what they do release oxygen into environment. They consume carbon dioxide from the environment. And what they produce food. which we can denote as a math teacher, we invest around 50% amount of time in writing steps, and even more than that, sometime even more than 50% of time we invest in writing steps. So let's say I am going to write here one page where we are going to try to solve some arithmetic equations. So let's say I am going to try to solve some arithmetic equations. So let's say I am going to solve LCM. So let's add 3-4 digits. So these 4 digits are there and I want to calculate LCM of these 4. So I can simply select it, go to insert, math, and then select what action I want to perform. So I can perform addition, product, minimum, maximum, mean, average, all that I can perform. But right now we have decided to calculate LCM. So I am going to select least common multiple, LCM. So the answer is 60. So it is giving me direct answer and also it gives me the steps as well. So as a teacher, I can well in advance keep these steps ready, and whenever my online lecture is there, I can share this page with the student and try to explain it. So I have saved around 50% or more than that time which I am investing in writing steps. Same way, I can add one more page in maths, and let's say I am going to give it a name as a quadratic equation. So this math supports all the equations such as linear equation, quadratic equation, logarithmic equation, trigonometric equation. You can add equations and try to solve it. So let's say I'm going to add one quadratic equation, x square minus x is equal to 6. Let's say this is my quadratic equation. I can select it and tell my system to do math. So yes, so what is we are going to do? We are going to see how to solve it and get the value of x. So it has given me the correct answer, x is equal to -2 or x is equal to 3. But I want to add steps. So when you select equations, when you select digit, there is not much options available. But when you write equation in maths, there are always more than one method or approaches available to solve it. So when you click on steps now, it is going to give you available methods and approaches. So whatever correct method which is there in syllabus, you can select that method to add your steps. So let's say I'm going to add a factoring method and add the steps here. So this is how your math teacher can easily create lesson plans in advance, the examples in advance, and whenever there is online lecture, he or she can just share this to explain the steps without typing those steps again and again. So all the detailed steps are available here. Similar way, if I am an English teacher and I want to teach a language, even other languages, German, French, Hindi, Punjabi, any language, if you want to teach a language, so there is a rule to teach a language. Any new language, first your student has to listen it. Second, they are going to repeat or rehearse it. Third, they will try to understand the meaning of that word so that they can try to use it in given situation or context. Then the fourth is they can write it. So very last is writing. But the first, listen, repeat, understand, and then finally they can write it. So let's say how we can achieve this if we want to teach a language to our student. So there is view. I am going to go on view and select immersive reader. So immersive reader reads the given paragraphs or sentences directly so that my student can learn how to pronounce it, they can repeat and rehearse after the system, and also they can understand the meaning of it. So if I go on preferences, so there is picture dictionary available that allow my student to understand the meaning of the word, and also there is facility to translate the given paragraph into their own language. So let's say I am going to translate this in Hindi. So I have translated it in Hindi. So you can see Hindi version is also available, original version is also available for me. And whenever I click on one particular word, it can also give me the meaning in Hindi because I have selected Hindi as the translation language. So when I click on one particular word, it gives me the pronunciation of noun, pronunciation of the meaning of that word, and also it tells me or try to explain me the meaning through picture. Same way, there is a grammar option available through which my student can understand nouns, verbs, adverbs and adjectives in a given sentence or paragraph. Also, there are syllables available so that they can learn lengthy words, because when they are learning new thing, so let's say microphone is the example here or whatever is the example here. So this is a lengthy word. So my first standard or second standard student may not able to write it in one go or read it in one go. So this dot they can utilize as a break point. So they can only focus on what? WHAT what? EVF ERR what ever, and then they will combine it slowly. Similar to microphone also. So these syllables can help your student to read it on their own, and also they can rehearse or repeat after the system. So system display button is available that allow. So my system is reading it for me. Same way it is going to read for your student. They can listen it, they can repeat after it. So there is a setting available how much fast or how much slow the system should read given paragraph. So definitely if your students are small, the speed should be slow. So the system is going to slowly read it. And there is a voice over available in male voice or in female voice. System should read it. You can select it. So this is how your students can learn languages through immersive reader. And there are multiple features, but as I said, we have a limited time, so we cannot go through all the features. So let's say we are going to jump on assignments now. So the next tab is assignment. Through assignment, we can share descriptive, subjective assignments as well as objective assignments or quizzes. So objective are called as a quizzes, and subjective is nothing but your normal assignment or a homework or a project work. So we can see quickly how we can share assignment with our student. So when I click on assignment, it gives me some fields to fill up information and share it with my student. On after 6 months or after a year also, I can easily search it if I am not giving related name. So always it is suggested to give name related to the topic, subtopic basis on which you are sharing assignment. So let's say as an English teacher, I am sharing one assignment basis on don't quit poem. So I can add a category as a English. When I add a category, next time I can group all my assignments, all the English assignments in that category. So it becomes very easy for me to group all my assignments and search them. Next is giving instructions to your student. As students are not physically in front of us, so that's why this instruction becomes very important, because through instructions we are going to tell our student what to do in this assignment and how they are going to do it. So under instructions, let me add clear instructions such as, dear students, please read Don't Quit poem, and I have attached worksheet for you. Please, or not the please, but try to give answers of each questions given in the worksheet. And I can add him after completing assignment. Add your work and select turn in. I have added all the required information and detail to my student. Why I am writing this turn in? Because as a teacher I can see this assign button to share assignment with the student. Same way, when student receives the assignment, they get a turn in button to submit back to you so that you can check it. So that's why, as they are going to use it very first time, I want to ensure that they read all the instructions and they follow it. So add your work and select turn in. So now as a teacher, we all have worksheets designed for our student. So we can attach that worksheet using add resources so that my student can get that worksheet and start doing assignment. And there are multiple options available how you want to share that worksheet. Maybe you can upload it from your mobile, desktop or laptop by using this from device option. Through class notebook also, you can share your worksheet, or you can share a blank or new file as well. So it depends on the situation. If you already have it, just upload it. If you don't have it, you can just simply add a new file as a worksheet where your student can complete their assignments. So let's say I'm going to type it the name as a Don't Quit poem. Don't Quit assignment. And attach it. So this is how you can attach your worksheets directly. You can give weightage to your assignment through points or through grading using rubric. So you can give points such as 5 point, 10 point, 15 point to your assignment, or you can use a rubric to give them a grade such as excellent, good, fair, poor, such as, or you can delete it and rename it as per your needs. So you can write here needs improvement. So any grade you want to give such as ABCD or maybe other adjectives, you can definitely edit it, make it your own and try to add the rubric. So both facilities are available. You can either add a rubric to grade your assignment, or you can grade it using points. You can share it with multiple classes. So right now we are in standard 5. In same way, if the same subject teacher is teaching to different sections of standard 5, so standard 5 A, B, C, like that, so he or she can share the same assignment with all those sections or the classes. So I can see the list of all the classes. I can select whichever class I want to share. By default, it goes to all the students. I don't need to select any student. By default, my homework, my assignment goes to all my students. But very sometime or very few time, it is required to share the assignment with a specific group, because sometime our assignment are a group activity or group projects. So in that case, you can select those students who are part of a group and only share that assignment with them. And finally, you can tell the system what is the due date, because whenever you give homework in physical classes, we also give them a deadline that by tomorrow or day after tomorrow you have to complete this homework and bring that for checking purpose. Same way, in online platform you can define a due date, so that after that if they try to submit it, you can simply classify easily who is submitting on time and who has done the late submission. Basis on the late submission, you can give them warning, give some less marks or maybe 0 marks, it depends on you. But the important thing is that because of the due date, you can classify who is submitting on time and who is doing the late submission. So let's say I am going to give Sunday, Saturday as well as Sunday. So today it's Saturday. I want to give Saturday as well as Sunday to my students to complete this. So on Monday afternoon, let's say 20th July, Monday afternoon, I want this to be done. So in the afternoon, let's say by 12:30 p.m., I am giving them time. So till 12:30 p.m. Monday, they can complete the assignment. And I can select my own channels. So if I am creating English assignment, so I don't want to disturb all the teachers by posting it in general. What else I can do? I can select my own channel. So it goes in my English channel. So I am going to select English as a channel. So this is my assignment is complete. Now after completing this, I just need to click on assign button so that within 5 seconds it goes to all my 40-50 students and they can start doing it. After sharing your assignment, once it is ready, it generates a notification. You can see a notification saying that assignment has been published in Standard 5 English channel. So this you can also see in your activity feed. So your student always updated what latest going on in your class through this activity, and they can access your assignment and start doing it. As a teacher, I can check all the assignments, because when as a teacher I visit that assignment, I can see list of my students, their status. So this status updated by default depending on the action performed by your student. If student opens it and start doing it, then status changes to viewed, that student has viewed it. If they submit back to you, then status becomes turned in. And if they submit late, then status comes here as a late turned in. You can give them feedback or you can give them points depending on how they have performed in their assignment. So to check their assignment, you just need to click on the name of the student. Click on any name randomly, it will open their file. So now as a student has not done any assignment complete, so as we are looking at the demo, so you can see no work attached. But when students attach their works, you can see here only, and basis on that you can give them feedback, you can give them points, and next student's assignment I can check without leaving this space. I can do everything. I can check all 40-50 assignments in one go. So by using this arrow button, I can go to next student. So right now we are checking assignment of Gautam. So if I click on the next arrow, I am going to check Virendra's assignment, and so on. I can keep on going, giving them feedback, giving them point, and finally when I do complete checking, I can just close this by closing on the button. After you check all the assignments, you can simply export that in Excel. If you want a record of this, maybe you want to print it and attach in your file, or maybe for your notices purpose, you can simply download the Excel sheet along with the name of the student, what feedback you have shared, and how many points they have secured. That you can download in Excel file. So this is what teacher can do. So now the final segment of today's section. So we try to cover a overview of basic and important features only. There are a lot of more features available, but because of the time, we are quickly want to wrap up it by 12:30. So we have 15 more minutes. Within those 15 minutes, we will try to see how a teacher can schedule online lecture with the student. So let's say I am going to go on calendar to do it. So I will go on calendar. And as a teacher, if I want to schedule my online lecture, I need to click on new meeting button. So this new meeting button is available. I just need to click on it and scheduling my lecture. So to schedule my lecture, I want to give a title. So let's say I am going to have a lecture for mathematics, that is triangle. I am going to teach triangle today to my students. Not today, whatever schedule is there. So give the name as a triangle. And I want to add my attendees here. Please remember that to add attendee, you have to write email ID of attendees. But it is a huge task if I want to create my online lecture and add my 40, 50 or 100 students, their email ID is here. It is nearly impossible thing that I cannot do daily basis. So this attendees, you can add your co-teacher maximum. So you can add a co-teacher's email ID by using this, or maybe your principal's email ID, or maybe your parents who are going to attend it. You can add the email ID of that person. But for your 50, 100 students who are part of your class, you don't need to add their email IDs, because we have a function called as add channel. This add channel allow you to select your class, your own channel. So let's say today we have created standard 5th. So we are going to select standard 5th, and within that standard 5th we have a math channel as well. So as a math teacher, I am going to select it. So by default, my 50, 100 students who are part of my class standard 5, they receives this meeting update in class only. They don't need to go to anywhere, and even I don't need to type their email IDs. Simply I am going to select my channel, my class, that's it. And now I am going to adjust my schedule. So let's say Monday 20th of July in the morning 8:30 a.m. or around 9 a.m. I have my lecture, and that lecture is of 40 minutes, let's say. So I am going to do this as a 9:40, because it should be 40 minutes. So it becomes now 9 a.m. to 9:40 a.m. on 20th of July. And also I can tell the system to repeat it or not. Sometime what happens, I may have the lecture in same class throughout my week on the same schedule. If I am taking lectures on daily basis 9 a.m. to 9:40 a.m., I want to repeat it. So there is an option to repeat your schedule weekly basis, daily basis or monthly basis. So I am going to select a custom. So 20th July, start from 20th July and then end till the week ends. So 25th July. So from 20 to 25th July, I am having the schedule 9 a.m. to 9:40 a.m. daily basis. So daily basis is one day, repeat every day. What if I have alternate days? It is on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So I can tell the system to repeat it after every 2 days. So it makes alternative. So this is how I can schedule my lectures for week, for month as well in advance if I know my schedule. But in that case, whenever you want to repeat your lectures, you should not give the title very specific. You should give a general title, mathematics, morning lectures, like that. And in the detail section, so in the below there is a detail, you can type in detail section. You can add that on Monday we are going to see this topic, on Tuesday we are going to see this topic. So your student gets the idea even after the same schedule is repeated, but the topic and subtopic will be taught depending on the details you are providing. So you can add here details. So details about your meeting should go here. You can bold, italic, underline, highlight something, add a list or add a table. So that is all available to add a detail to tell your student what you are going to do in that online lecture. It is not mandatory, but it is always recommended when you add details. So it acts as a guiding lines to your student. They also prepare themselves for that online lecture. So let's say after completing this information, I can just click on send button and this my lecture is created. So on Monday we have created 20th July. So I will go on the next week to just check whether the triangle assignment has been created from 9 a.m. to 9:40 a.m. So yes, it is created. You can see here. You can again visit it to see the details. You can again click on that slot to see the details. You can prepone or postpone your lecture. Even you can cancel that meeting as well. So when you prepone or postpone or cancel meeting, you don't need to share extra notification to your student because system takes care. Once you add standard 5 math, after that system takes care of all the update. It updates your student on your changes. Whatever schedule you are going to change, automatically it updates. And that is always available in your class. So if I go in my standard 5th class and visit my math channel, so I can see the schedule there. So triangle schedule is there, which tells my student clearly it occurs every other day from 9 a.m. to 9:40 a.m. on till 25th July. So till 25th July, this schedule will be here. And all the details my student can read from here. So this is how you can schedule your online lecture. After scheduling, when you want to deliver it, you can just simply come here, click on this post and join. Your student can do the same thing. They can just click on the post and join it. So as a teacher, I am going to join my own lecture. And when I join my own lecture, I have many controls available to deliver my lecture. And these controls are, I can put my camera on or off, depending on the situation. If I want my student should see me, how I am interacting, how I am communicating, then I am going to put my camera on. Else it is not necessary, then I am going to put it off. Similar way, there is a microphone. If I want to speak something and it should go to my student, then I am going to unmute it. And if I don't want to disturb the class, I can mute my mic so that everything I speak after that, it is not going to disturb my class. So I can mute or unmute my mic. I can share something during my lecture. Sharing means presenting. So you are not going to actually share, but you are going to present something through your desktop, laptop or mobile to your students. So what you can present? You can present your screen. So today you are able to see whatever I am doing because I have shared my screen with you. So similar way, you can share your screen to present something. You can also present PowerPoint files directly during your class. So your student can also see PowerPoint along with your videos. When you do like that, you are sharing your screen, your PowerPoint. So along with your video, student can see the PowerPoint screens as well as whiteboard. So this whiteboard or InVision app are available if you want to annotate something during your lecture. So you can share your screen, PowerPoint files and the annotation apps. So let's say I'm going to add a whiteboard and I can write one equation, let's say. So I am going to write a quick equation there. So select a pen. So pens are available or different color. You can select a pen and try to write the equation such as a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So similar way you can also annotate something, draw something, and finally you can stop presenting it when you are over. So when it completes you can simply stop presenting it. So this is how you can utilize share control to present your screen, desktop, your PowerPoint files or annotation apps. Then there's more action. So always whenever you see three dot, multiple options are hidden inside it. So I am going to click on three dots to see what options are available. So you can do the hardware settings. So to configure your mic and the video or camera that you are attached, you can just simply go to device setting to check whether it is working fine or not. You can take the meeting notes. Meeting notes means lecture notes. You can create while delivering, you can create the notes that later on you can share as a point or important points or MOM kind of thing. You can record your ongoing lectures. So start recording option is available that allow you to record your ongoing lectures. And this ongoing lectures recorded on cloud. Every file goes on cloud where you and your student have 1 terabyte of storage space available. So nearly 1000 gigabyte of the storage space available. So you can record all your lectures there. It does not get saved on your mobile or laptop. It directly goes to cloud. There is a hand raise option. This hand raise option, you can encourage your student to raise their hand whenever they are having any doubt during your lecture. When someone clicks on hand raise, the teacher gets the notification about it, and accordingly teacher may stop in between to address the query, or maybe she can request the student that I have seen that you have raised your hand, but we can take queries after the last 5 or 10 minutes of the session. So likewise, this raise hand can help you to communicate in a very well disciplined or better manner with your student without disturbing whole class. Then there is a chat box available or the conversation box available. Red button you can use to hang up your call. So this red button is only for you are going to hang up your call. It is not going to end the meeting. So to end meeting, you just need to click on these three dots and end meeting, so that all your students will be kicked out of the meeting. So that meeting ends literally for everyone. Nobody can remain there and chat continuously. So that end meeting I am going to use to end my meeting. So this is how you can schedule your online lectures, deliver it, and use all the available controls there. And finally, when you close your call, system gives you summary of your call. So whatever chat you have done is always remain as a history. You can always access what different important things you have shared during call and how much time you spent. So 7 minutes 34 seconds you spent, and how many students joined. You can mouse over and read their name. So this summary is always available for teachers. So that's it from today's session, that creating classroom, managing different activities, creating your online lectures. So I have to see if anyone has posted some question that we can take. So I can see some questions are there. So if these are very much important questions, I can start. So Nitin has given many answers already. So thank you, Nitin, for that. So as Nitin has given multiple multiple answers. So I am going to do one announcement. Yeah, so I can see thumbs up is coming on it. So like people are liking. It. That means survey form, and in that we have asked your email ID and mobile number. We are not going to disturb you in any way. Also, there is one question whether we should contact you or not. If you tell us no, then we are not going to disturb you. But if you tell us as yes, then we are going to call you, and also we are going to share a PPTs on the mentioned email ID. So thank you for joining this online session and for your times and effort. And also please be at home. Please be safe in this current situation, and we are looking forward to support each school. So we are the dedicated team for K-12 education. So we take care of the training of the educators, capacity building of the educators, as well as the deployment support. Serve you in any way. Also, there is one question whether we should contact you or not. If you tell us no, then we are not going to disturb you. But if you tell us as yes, then we are going to call you, and also we are going to share a PPTs on the mentioned email ID. So thank you for joining this online session and for your times and effort. And also please be at home, please be safe in this current situation, and we are looking forward to support each school. So we are the dedicated team for K-12 education. So we take care of the training of the educators, capacity building of the educators, as well as the deployment support, whatever support technically you require for the deployment to begin with these solutions and the applications. We are there. So even if you are using already, you can approach us for any support you require or guidance you require, not an issue. And even if you don't using it and you want to start with it or understand it better, please feel free to contact us. Nitin, I would like to request you to make announcement where you can publish your coordinates. Please do the announcement from your side so that you can put your email ID and mobile number so that people can reach out to you if they require any support from us or guidance from us.
Okay. Thank you, Azharuddin, and thank you all of the participants who have joined today's session. And thank you again for just filling that form and giving your participation in today's session. I'm just putting my coordinates here in the announcement section. I also already shared my email address to you over email.